You wanted a war, Nikola. Well, here I am, standing in the middle of it.
I wanted progress, Thomas. You're the one who turned it into a war.
Progress? You call sending 600 volts through a dog in front of newspapermen progress? I call it theater. Ugly, cheap theater. And it's working. People are afraid of your current.
People are afraid because you made them afraid. You electrocuted an elephant to sell fear, not electricity. You built the electric chair using my alternating current just to poison its name. That isn't science, Thomas. That's sabotage dressed as safety.
Safety is the point. Direct current doesn't kill a man who touches a live wire on a rainy street. Yours does. I built a system people can trust with their lives. You built one that arrives at their door like a loaded gun.
A gun with a range of 2 miles, Thomas. That's the difference. Your direct current dies within a few blocks of the generator. You need a power station on every street corner in Manhattan. My system can send power for hundreds of miles down a single wire. Niagara Falls will light Buffalo. Buffalo, 250 miles from the source. Tell me, can your direct current do that?
No.
No. Because you never solved the problem. You patched it. You are a brilliant tinkerer, Thomas, the finest this world has seen. But you test 10,000 filaments by trial and error while I see the whole machine complete in my mind before I ever touch a tool. You experiment, I calculate.
Calculate, yes. While you're calculating in your head, I'm in the workshop until 3 in the morning. Burning my hands, failing again and again, until something finally works. You know what I told a reporter once? I haven't failed. I've found 10,000 ways that don't work. That's not romantic, Nikola. That's how the real world gets built, not from lightning bolts of inspiration, from sweat.
And how many of those 10,000 failures were spent chasing a system you knew was inferior because you already owned the patents, because Edison General Electric had every dollar riding on direct current. You didn't fight me over physics, Thomas. You fought me over ownership. You looked at the future and it terrified you, not because it was dangerous, but because it wasn't yours.
Careful, Nikola. You talk about the future like you already own it too. A man who says he can see the whole machine complete in his head before he's touched a single wire. That's not a scientist. That's a prophet. And I've met prophets before. They all end up broke, alone and forgotten in a hotel room, still waiting for the world to catch up to their genius.
Better a forgotten prophet than a remembered thief.
Say that again.
You heard me the first time. You didn't invent the light bulb, Thomas. You bought the patent, refined the filament, and hired better lawyers than the men who came before you. That's not creation. That's acquisition wearing creation's coat. I don't fault you for it. It's what you do best, but don't stand in my laboratory and lecture me about honest work.
You think ideas mean anything without someone willing to fight for them in the marketplace? I've watched 100 brilliant men die broke because they thought the idea was the whole battle. The idea is the easy part, Nikola. Everyone in this city has ideas. I win because I finish what other men are too proud to fight for.
Then finish this. Tell every family in America the truth about what's in their walls. Tell them your safety campaign was never about voltage. It was about fear, manufactured in a laboratory aimed at my name. Say it here, now, to my face, and I'll shake your hand and walk away.
You think I don't know what's coming? I've built my life on this. Every dollar, every patent, every sleepless night since I was a boy selling newspapers on trains. And you walked into my office in 1884 with a French accent and a head full of impossible ideas. And I hired you because even I could see the man was a genius. And how did you repay it?
You promised me $50,000 to redesign your dynamos. I did the work. I saved your company a fortune. And when I asked for what you promised,
I told you, you didn't understand American humor.
I understood perfectly. I resigned that same day and dug ditches for $2 a week rather than take one more order from a man who breaks his word.
You could have come back. I might have found the money eventually.
I didn't need your money, Thomas. I needed the world to see what alternating current could do, and it will. Not because I win an argument with you tonight, but because a thing that is true does not need permission to become real. In 50 years, in 100, they will build cities you cannot yet imagine, and every one of them will run on the current flowing behind me right now.
Maybe. Maybe you're right about the wires. But mark this, Nikola. The world won't remember the man who was right. It'll remember the man whose name is on the company, on the light bulb, on the label. History isn't kind to the quiet genius in the lab. It's kind to the one who knows how to sell the miracle.
Then let history keep your name, Thomas. If that's what matters to you, I only wanted the light. I never needed my name written on it.
For what it's worth, the elephant wasn't my idea.
I know, Thomas. That's what makes it worse.